Media outlets often broadcast news about earthquakes striking with a magnitude of 7 or 8 on the Richter scale. But in reality, the Richter scale is not scientifically used except to measure small tremors in earthquakes, those that do not exceed a magnitude of 5.5 at most. For major earthquakes, scientists rely on a completely different scale, known as the moment magnitude scale. This system, created by seismologists in 1977, is far more accurate and precise in tracking the energy released from deep within the Earth. But what would happen if planet Earth were hit by a massive earthquake measuring a staggering magnitude of 10 on the moment magnitude scale? According to mathematical and physical calculations, based on the Earth's geometry and the dimensions of tectonic plates, an earthquake of this destructive power has no chance of occurring, except in one specific region on the face of the planet, the subduction zone in the Pacific Ocean, scientifically known as the Ring of Fire. This region alone experiences about 90% of the world's seismic activity and is home to nearly 100% of all violent earthquakes exceeding 8.5. To understand the gravity of the situation, you must realize that every single increase in degree on the scale does not mean a slight rise. It means the destructive power multiplies by approximately 32 times. This means a magnitude 6 earthquake is 32 times more powerful than a magnitude 5 earthquake. Based on this terrifying logic, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in modern history was the Valdivia earthquake in Chile back in 1960, which reached a magnitude of 9.5. The difference between it and the hypothetical magnitude 10 is only half a degree on paper, but in reality, it represents 16 times the raw destructive power. In the very first moments of this hypothetical earthquake, at the epicenter, a colossal amount of energy would be unleashed, equivalent to detonating 15,000 megatons of TNT. In other words, it is an energy that exceeds the combined force of 1 million Hiroshima-type nuclear bombs. If we assume the epicenter lies deep within the Pacific Ocean, just 200 kilometers from the nearest coastal city, the shockwaves would hit the mainland with absolute ferocity. Not a single city on Earth, even if all its buildings were designed according to the latest earthquake-resistant standards, possesses the engineering capability to survive. Infrastructure, bridges, and roads would collapse in a matter of seconds. Energy would surge from beneath the Earth's crust with such force that it would rip trees and wooden structures right from their roots, launching them into the air, followed by an endless chain of fires and electrical short circuits. After 30 seconds to a minute, the massive seismic waves would expand, reaching cities and continents far away from the epicenter. This violent disturbance in the Earth's crust would trigger dormant volcanoes and ignite new tributary earthquakes in scattered parts of the world. Not a single inch of the planet would escape this tremor. Theoretical calculations suggest that the weakest vibration recorded at the furthest point from the epicenter would be a magnitude 3.5, a force that humans might not physically feel, but it would shake seismic needles everywhere. The greatest danger would begin within the first hour. Tsunamis of towering heights would sweep through all coastal cities surrounding the Pacific. These waves would act as giant scraping machines, erasing whatever remains of the earthquake's debris and dragging it into the depths of the ocean. Within minutes, global maritime navigation would completely paralyze due to the destruction of major ports. The catastrophic economic impact would ripple for hours, covering all shores bordering the Pacific Ocean, causing financial losses estimated in the trillions, and leading to a total collapse of global supply chains and international trade. Fortunately, geologists reassure us that this scenario remains strictly within the realm of impossible theoretical hypotheses. The real data confirms that there are no tectonic faults on Earth long enough to generate an earthquake exceeding magnitude 9.8. The only case that could break this rule and turn this nightmare into reality would be the impact of a massive space object or a giant asteroid crashing into Earth, forcing the tectonic plates far beyond their natural limits.